Boys, what's going on? No, what's going on?
Don't worry about us. Start the show.
I mean, what, we're doing bits and you're not even going to let T-Bit in on the bit?
Oh, I'm sorry. Looking good on a Wednesday, I guess, is a bit, Ebo.
Going on national TV and dressing up is a bit.
Just suited and booted all of a sudden, trying to put me and Scoop and KB to shame?
Hey, Coward, go ahead and wear sweatpants for your show.
The Ravens fired Jim Harbaugh. We got a ton. What did I say, Jim?
Yeah.
We got a ton. Well, you throw me off, Brandon Bits. You know I love bits. I've worn turkey suits. Bear suits, I love bits.
John Harbaugh.
Ravens fired John Harbaugh. College football playoffs, we got to break it all down. Crazy transfer portal news. We got Ryan Fitzpatrick showing up. Stu Feiner. Going to be a great Wednesday. It all starts now on FS1.
Just no ounce of professionalism.
This is crazy
here these days. You're the TV guy, too.
No, this is crazy.
Should me and Ebo host the show?
Everybody's so uptight today, guys. It's Wednesday.
Welcome
We're in
into
one
Wake
of the
Up Barstool,
premier
guys.
parts of the calendar. It's 2026.
It's me and Ebo.
We got a chock-full news cycle to break down. I mean, we got coaching drama. That was terrible. They left Ebo hanging. We're witnessing, guys, the literal birthplace of a market right now in college football, or the continued birthplace, and all the wonderful volatility and weeping and gnashing of teeth that comes with it. I mean, today is a day that is fantastic to be doing a sports television show, and I'm very thankful. T-Bob A-Bear, Brandon Walker, and Ebo, Connor Griffin, KB here in studio today. Boys, looking good. How we feeling?
May I clarify something you just said?
Yes, you may.
What?
I'm in a good mood. I don't know, dude.
Well, you could have dressed like it.
We need to stop with this.
Because I have the exact same suit as you two.
Ebo and Brandon had a side where they said, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we wore suits tomorrow and left everybody out?
Is that what happened, Ebo?
That's exactly what happened.
Is this funny to you?
Is looking presentable funny to you?
This is sabotage.
And here's
Brandon, you look like Margaret Thatcher.
Come on, man. Come on, man. And here's the thing. It's not the birth of a marketplace. I don't like that. I don't like when people say, "Oh, now look what college football has happened. What has happened to college football now that money's involved?" It's just the going public of the market. This crap's been happening for decades. Hold on.
I got to push back a little bit.
No. This crap has been happening for decades. Demond Williams people have been telling coaches, we're going to stay, I'm going to go here, and then getting bought out from underneath them forever. This has happened forever.
Okay.
Now the only thing are these phony contracts that don't mean a hill of beans. And what Demond Williams signed at Washington doesn't mean anything. And we act like, oh my God, this is now professional football. There's no rules here.
You can't say don't mean a hill of beans because now I'm all distracted as to why does a hill of beans have meaning? Why does something gain legitimacy?
Did I just make up hill of beans?
No. Don't mean a hill of beans.
It's a very standard.
No, I know. So they don't. Anyway, you're right. Well, this is what I'll push back on. Coach O's made jokes about this recently as well, right? He's talking about how, now the only difference is the bag man goes to the front door, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
But there are crucial differences between college football of yore and what's going on now. And I would say, okay, one quantifiable thing is the numbers are way bigger. Guys have always been getting paid. They were never getting paid like this. The other thing is, not everybody was doing it or not doing it to the extent that some teams were willing to go to, right?
Yeah.
So now you have a more competitive market, which is going to drive the number forward. But the main thing is the transfer portal and eligibility. When everybody is now a free agent every single year, that is drastic in terms. Anyway.
But you also said the birth of the market. It's not the birth of the market. I said,
I changed it to continued birth.
This guy in my ear is telling me to shut up.
I know.
Why don't he shut up?
Guys, we get it.
He's not wearing a suit.
We get it. We're doing the show, okay? And you know what the show demands? John Harbaugh out in Baltimore. I'm not going to lie, guys, at the athletic club last night, and I was treated with one of as you get older, just one of the premier experiences, right? Workout done, I head to the steam room, packed steam room.
What are you talking about?
I got the last seat in the house, and I gotta tell you, the chatter was all about Harbaugh. Everybody talking about, did Baltimore make the right move? Can you believe that they did it? Do you want Harbaugh? And I gotta be honest, I found myself a bit shocked. I didn't really check the news cycle in a few hours, and I'm sitting there and I'm hearing somebody talk about it. I'm like, well, I don't think Baltimore's going to fire him, right? I mean, they have a top 10 coach, top 10 quarterback. They value stability. It'd be crazy to let him go. And they're like, no, they just did. And I think where I've landed is that from an outsider perspective, I find it a bit crazy because it seems like if you're a fan of a bad NFL team, that if you're a Baltimore, like you have it all. But this is one of those situations where if you're a fan of the team, if you're on the team, you know it better. And this year was a year in which the expectations were so high and they were missed so badly that it creates just a very toxic mixture that can end up in regime change.
Were they missed so badly? They were one missed field goal from going to the playoffs and rectifying everything, and they played half the season without their quarterback, without their two-time MVP quarterback. Like, they held things in the middle of the road. Sometimes the NFL is very hard. It is very difficult. And sometimes when you don't have your quarterback and things start lining up against you, their defense went through some areas this year where they weren't as good. But, like, they put it back together by the end. They were right there. If the kicker makes the field goal, nothing happens.
Well, and that has been interesting to me because one of the ideas that I had subscribed to that was like these ownership groups weren't emotional enough. Like, if this decision was made, that it was already made. I kind of don't believe that after how this played out. But you mentioned, this is why I would say expectations were terribly missed, is that, and let's be clear, in all of sports, what defines the temperament of a fan base ownership group is not the raw results. It's where they land in relation to expectation. This was supposed to be the most talented team in the league. This was supposed to be a Super Bowl favorite. They come out, they start 1-5. Then they win 5 in a row. Okay, we've settled. They're going to be great. They're going to be good. Let's keep going forward. But they end up losing 3 crucial games in November and December, including 2 to division rivals. And so that collapse at the end, combined with maybe some of the whispers and the drama about the Jackson Harbaugh split, it just creates a perfect cocktail that ends in John Harbaugh hitting a market in which he immediately becomes the premier head coach.
It does feel a little bit like the James Franklin Penn State scenario, where it's a relationship that was successful for a long time, but the expectations had risen to a level that they needed a national championship or they needed a Super Bowl to be satisfied. Obviously, the difference here is John Harbaugh has won a Super Bowl. James Franklin has not won a massive title. But it does feel like it was a relationship that had just grown stale, not necessarily that it was John Harbaugh is a bad NFL coach.
Something I didn't realize, Harbaugh has 13 playoff wins all time. That's pretty high, and I think it might be top 10 all time. But Lamar Jackson has 3. That means before he got his franchise quarterback, he had 10 playoff wins in Baltimore. Now, listen, it's a what have you done for me lately world and league, so it hasn't happened. But in this league, you're not going anywhere without a quarterback, but you're also kind of not going anywhere if you don't have a very good coach. And 20 teams in this league would kill for this guy. And the one that had him said sayonara, goodbye.
Well, it's one of those things, and it's kind of related to what Ebo was saying. Is your goal to get wins, or is your goal to get championships? Is your goal to get division titles, or is your goal to get Super Bowls? And I think you saw a relationship that did wear kind of thin in Baltimore with John Harbaugh, where since they got Lamar Jackson, they've only been to 1 conference championship game. They lost. And
at home, too.
At home, it was a really bad loss to Kansas City. Not necessarily in terms of the scoreboard, but they got dominated in that game. It was not a good showing. And now you have a generational quarterback who's won a couple of MVPs in Lamar Jackson. Are you wasting this by just consistently running back the same thing over and over again? And to your point, T-Bob, they invested a lot of money on the defensive side of the ball this year. This was a roster that absolutely people coming into the year thought was a Super Bowl favorite roster. And to fall this short, this far into the relationship with John Harbaugh, it's one of those things you kind of just need a change of pace.
But who's walking through that door who's a better head coach than John Harbaugh?
I don't know. I mean, you saw this.
Who are they getting?
That's the problem.
Who are they getting?
That the names that are being bandied about are so unexciting. I mean, Jesse Minter, sure, he's been good. I mean, he's probably been better. You probably didn't give him credit for how good the Chargers have been, but I don't know that holds a candle to Harbaugh.
Look at what Liam Cohen just did with Jacksonville. in the same conference. Like, was Liam Cohen this like wow, like revolutionary guy coming in? Like, I don't know. I just think you're seeing a lot of teams on both sides of the league, but mainly in the AFC, that are coming together out of nowhere, and you're sitting there with John Harbaugh again. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't move off of him. You know, it got too stale.
If you're going to fire the stable CEO in today's NFL, you better hire an offensive guru, Matt LaFleur, Sean McVay, Liam Cohen. You got to bring in a guy like that. 30 years ago, the Browns moved to Baltimore, 1996. Mm-hmm. Kevin Stefanski just got fired from the Browns. Would it be poetic?
Yeah.
Kevin Stefanski, 30 years after the Browns moved to Baltimore, became the Baltimore Ravens head coach.
I mean, he was, I believe before Harbaugh hit the market, he would have been the #1 coaching candidate on the market, so that could make sense. It would feel a bit weird maybe for Baltimore fans because, like, at this point, yeah, if you're trying to raise the ceiling, is Stefanski going to excite you?
A guy that you've been dominating in your own division?
Yeah, or do you try to find the next offensive wunderkind? It doesn't feel like maybe one of them is out there. And Connor, you are dead on when it comes to the sentiment of do you want to win games or do you want to win championships?
Yeah, there's different levels of expectation.
As long as we're acknowledging that this comes with a hefty risk of not nearly winning even as many games. Like, it's not like you're just going to automatically still win. Maybe we'll get the championships. Like, this could go disastrously.
Yeah, it's always a risk. And as you pointed out, like, there is a stability now with the Ravens. Well, not anymore, but there always was a stability with the Ravens. But as you're seeing these other teams sprout up in the NFL that are coming out of nowhere with these young, new quarterbacks, these young, new offensive-minded head coaches, and they're taking the league by storm, yeah, but you might want to just run the risk and try something new, because you don't want to waste this era of Lamar Jackson with a coach that you just keep running back over and over again and getting the same results.
These young new coaches dominating the league like Sean Payton.
Well, but I'm saying, like, that relationship with
Bo
Nix
what's funny?
and
Like,
everything.
Sean McVay's probably still one of the youngest coaches in the league.
Yeah.
And he is now, I believe, the 5th most tenured at 9 years. It's like him, McDermott, and one other coach are at 9 years. Obviously, Tomlin's still the most tenured coach in the league, the opposite side of the swoop missed field goal. All right, couple questions here. First, what is the best landing spot now for John Harbaugh?
I think the Miami Dolphins.
Giants.
Giants could potentially be very good.
Raiders.
I mean, I made a video yesterday. I think the Raiders are actually the best opening with the first overall pick, the cap flexibility, some of the other pieces that they have in place.
They did just try the culture flip coach just this past year, and the culture did not flip even an iota.
No. But
that was a laid back kind of also
Cali style.
Yeah, Pete Carroll's at the end.
Yeah.
Harbaugh's going to be reinvigorated, you would think.
Yeah, he's got over a full decade on Harbaugh. Carroll does, and they brought Geno in, and Geno just obviously doesn't have anymore. Like, you're going to be working with probably maybe a bridge veteran for a portion of the season, but then you'll be putting most likely Fernando Mendoza.
Have you seen the idea floating around online that Mike McDonald might be the next head coach? Like, they might go to and poach Seattle.
Leaving Seattle for Vegas.
For Baltimore.
Oh, for Baltimore, excuse me.
Do you put any
That makes more sense.
Credibility into that?
I mean, Baltimore is a very, you've got a 2-time MVP. You got talent all over the roster. I can see if there were an opening that would get a sitting head coach, that would be it.
Mm-hmm. That, maybe in a trade scenario, but I don't know. I find that, and then again, we live in a world where Lane Kiffin just left a championship team to try to go to a championship team. And so, like, it would be kind of similar in my mind to that move.
Go Tampa with everybody's players.
Wait, real quick though. Harbaugh, best landing spot. Let's get a final answer here.
I mean, Vegas makes sense with the #1 pick. Again, I do think there's some. We had only seen 4 coaches fired until yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Then Harbaugh gets fired. I think there might be 3 or 4 GMs out there right now talking to their owners like, hey, man, we could possibly get Harbaugh if we moved on from Mike McDaniel or something. So, like,
well, it's like when Mayo got fired for Vrabel because he was on the market.
It's possible a couple of landing spots open up, but, like, I don't think John Harbaugh's going to the Cardinals, right?
No.
Giants, it just seems too dysfunctional.
Although I think he would be a coach powerful enough to maybe overthrow the management there and get them ousted. Because, that's the main thing with
You think he's got the energy to do that, though?
If I'm the Giants,
if you Liam Cohen around, it very easily could.
Yeah. You have enough power as John Harbaugh to go to the Giants and say, hey, I don't like this front office.
You think he wants that fight on day one?
If they were really interested in him taking the job, I think he would at least have to.
I think Vegas would give him the key to the franchise, key to the city. Please come fix this.
If I'm the Giants, I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah.
There's nobody that we have ever needed more than John Harbaugh at this time.
If he were to go to Vegas, he'd be facing off against his brother a lot more.
I do think the job to have is the Falcons. I do believe you're a competent or above average quarterback away from a championship roster.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but are you still kind of handcuffed by the quarterbacking decisions that you've made? Spending the pick on Penix, I think no first-round pick this year for Atlanta. I might have that incorrect. And then obviously the Cousins deal. So, yeah, a few viable options for Harbaugh. Real quick here, are the Ravens now the best available job?
Yeah, I mean, you have an MVP quarterback.
You have Lamar Jackson, right? No question.
Pretty,
it has to be.
By a landslide.
Who's going to get the keys to that kingdom? Like
maybe John Harbaugh.
It's a Penn State and James Franklin all over
Thatcher.
again. All right, guys, let's talk a little college football coming up next. Really, like I said, insane transfer portal news. Also got to talk about the playoffs, break down these games. This is Wake Up Barstool on FS1. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool on FS1. Let's talk college ball. The college football world was served up quite an interesting piece of news yesterday. Desmond Williams, 4 days ago, signs with Washington to return as their quarterback. Yesterday, out of nowhere, he hits the transfer portal, announcing it on social media first. And Brandon, this has led to much weeping and gnashing of teeth. Second time saying that. As many have decried the sport that they once loved as now being broken and bleeding out there on the floor.
Yeah, that was the big reaction on Twitter, and it's kind of been the reaction for a little while. It's been building up as far as the transfer portal and the NIL, and as it comes into form and really shapes the entire sport. People are taking to Twitter and taking to the airwaves and saying, "Oh my God, this isn't the sport I love. This sport is terrible. This is going to kill college football. This is hurting college football." I will say, last night when Desmond Williams hit the transfer portal and you had that outcry of, "Oh my God, I can't believe this is what college football is right now. Somebody please help the sport." I think they are completely missing the boat, and that is a complete misread of the situation. Chaos and villainy. Villainy. Chaos and villainy is only going to make college football bigger. College football ratings are bigger than they've ever been. College football's profile is bigger than it has ever been. This chaos, this transfer portal drama, these contract disputes, these labor disputes, these guys committing here, decommitting here, it is all stupid, and in a professional world you wouldn't expect it, but this is the chaotic world of college football. This just adds, you throw it into the pot of drama, you throw it into the pot of intrigue, you throw it into the pot, and what comes out is this delicious mess of incredible just intrigue. And this is college football is not hurt by this. It is enhanced by this. All publicity is good publicity.
And I would agree with you on many fronts. I think some would say, like, well, we're not trying to grow the sport publicity-wise, but I find it all to be fascinating. And for every Desmond Williams story, what about the Drew Mestemaker story? Guy that barely played, maybe didn't play. Quarterback in high school. He's a walk-on. You know what he does? He goes and kicks ass on the field. In the old era, he would have been stuck. Kicking ass on the field, not able to rise up, not able to make any money. Drew Mestemaker just changed his life and signed a 2-year, $7.5 million deal to go play at Oklahoma State. Why? Because he earned it on the field. Let's bring in our college football resident #1 ball knower, Liam Blutman. He'll be here the next couple of segments. Liam, you're a big Jedd Fisch guy, big Desmond Williams guy.
Sure.
This is close to your heart. Your interpretation of the news.
I think that there's a lot of things to digest here. One, I think it's extremely hypocritical for people to go and dive into the Desmond side of things and talk about how bad this is. Oh, he signed the contract. Oh, now he's leaving 4 days later. Yes, that's bad, but the hypocrisy is Jedd Fisch is constantly in head coaching job mixes, whether it's in the NFL or college football, always trying to level up and get another job, and he still is to this minute. The guy wanted the New York Giants job, and here comes Harbaugh, who's probably the leader for that, right? So, Jedd Fisch is always looking to play the game. It just so happens his quarterback is playing the game too, the same game that Jed plays. DeMond signs with Washington 4 or 5 days ago, whatever, for a number in the ballpark of $4 and $5 million. LSU comes in and says, hey, we want a quarterback. This guy, DeMond Williams, was a Ole Miss commit a few years ago for Lane Kiffin.
Don't forget.
Come in and say, here's like $5-6 million. We'll pay you more money. Come play for us. Come play for our offensive guru with some stability. All while Sam Levitt is on campus on his 2-day visit, sitting next to Lane Kiffin at the LSU game. This is what Brandon's talking about with the college football drama that never stops. 365 days a year is always immaculate, always excellent. I do think it is tough that you do make, how do I word this? I think it's a really bad look on DeMond Williams' behalf that this news comes out without him telling anyone at Washington.
Yeah, and there's the added detail,
correct. Half the players were at Mia Hammond's celebration of life.
Yeah.
There were other players that were just, playing recreational sports, and they're finding out there, and there's a state of shock, and you didn't tell us this. We had meetings all day that DeMond Williams was at, and you knew that tonight you were going to be entering the transfer portal, and you never let us know. That's a bad look for DeMond.
I agree.
And Jed Fish is the type of guy who's going to take action. He's going to want to make this a mess, as big of a mess as possible. He was already talking to Big Ten leadership last night. Why? Because they were there for the celebration of life. It was an easy way to talk.
So that is one thing that we should point out here is that Washington is very much saying they're going to fight this.
Yeah.
They're going to try to enforce the contract. They're going to try to keep him there. That's kind of odd, though. Can you do you really want to roll with a quarterback that you are forcing?
No. Well, so my understanding,
and I don't think they don't have much legal standing.
They're not going to.
My understanding is that they cannot enforce it because it's not an explicit employment contract.
Yeah.
They cannot say you cannot play football next year for LSU, but they will pursue damages.
They'll try to get. They will likely get money back. Yes.
Now, is that a good precedent to set to sue your quarterback when he leaves?
There's a scene in Field of Dreams when Ray Kinsella gets to Terrence Mann's apartment in Boston, and Terrence Mann is tired of him, and he grabs a bat, and Kevin Costner's like, "What? You got a bat?" And Terrence Mann says, "Rules? There are no rules here." That's college football now. All these contracts they're signing, everything, there are no rules here. The NCAA is toothless. They just threw this out and said, hey, guys, do whatever you want to do. The NCAA can't do anything. There are no rules here. So this, any thoughts of decency, any thoughts of whatever, all that matters now is money. Money is all that matters now.
And it's great for the drama, but going to your point about the money, the people who are bucking up this money to get these players and to keep them at the schools.
What did he say?
Bucking up.
Yeah.
Bucking up, okay.
Yeah, bucking up. Just for the players to then say, actually, I don't want it anymore. Actually, I'm not committed to the school anymore. That, I don't know how sustainable that is. So that's what I'm worried about.
If you offered me a $2 million raise at 20 years old, I'm saying bye to all my friends, all my buddies. Say, see you, boys.
I don't fault the players.
I'm going to take $2 million.
But the people who are donating this money, I don't know.
Also, Washington's about to go get a quarterback. You think there's not going to be some hijinks?
Of course there is.
Of course there's going to be.
All right, hold on. We got to go to break. Okay? Because it's time to talk to a national champion. That's right. Coming up next, UW River Falls. We got head coach Matt Walker, OC, the Moonican Joe Matheson stopping by. Don't go anywhere. More Wake Up Barstool. Welcome back. This is Wake Up Barstool on FS1. We talk to champions on this show, okay? And that's why I'm so excited to have not one, but two coaches from Division III champions UW River Falls. We got Matt Walker, Joe Matheson joining the program live today. Boys, what's going on, man? You got the trophy right behind you. How we doing today?
This was the longest setup for an interview like this that we've ever done. Make sure we get that trophy in there. We're doing good. We finally got some sleep.
Okay. So take me through it here, Coach, because looking at your history at UW, it was a rough start the first few seasons, right? And it's been an incredible turnaround the last 4 years, now culminating in this championship. I want to start here. When you were going through the down times, was there ever a moment where you kind of questioned, is this going to work? Like, can I do this? Should I just give up?
Yeah, I'd be lying if there wasn't. There were definitely moments of, I've been to football hell and back. There were moments where you definitely, I wondered if we were going to be able to pull this out. But everybody just stayed committed and kept fighting and scratching and clawing. And it felt like we were doing the right things, even though we weren't getting results on the scoreboard. And then, we thought we had a really good team in 19 going into COVID, and we still didn't win any games. We made some bold decisions over the COVID time. And at the time, Jake Wissing was our offensive coordinator. We moved him to our defensive coordinator. Coach Matheson and I went hip to hip and said, let's go be the fastest team in the world that's ever snapped the football. And this tempo offense has taken off and been incredible since then.
And that's what I want to ask about. Hello, I'm Brandon Walker, the #1 college football media personality in the world. But I want to talk about the Top Gun offense because I don't believe enough offenses have names anymore.
It's the sickest name I've ever
Offenses need names, and the Top Gun offense is incredible. Which one of you named it, and tell everybody what it means and what it is?
I got to give him the credit. He named it. I gave him the okay, but I said, let's do this.
Yeah, it was in the middle of COVID, and we were coming off a 2-8 season. And it was a really hard time to be a college football player, especially at the D3 level, because you had no games to play. So, our guys aren't on big scholarships or getting all kinds of NIL money. So we said, let's have an identity, but let's make it fun. I mean, it's college football. It's supposed to be fun.
True.
We knew we wanted to attack and play with tempo. So Top Gun was on TV while we were doing COVID recruiting stuff. And I was like, well, I mean, Top Gun, fast, attack. Like, let's do it. Hey, let's buzz the tower. Let's be super aggressive. And it kind of caught on. Like, our guys had fun with it. It helped in recruiting. And I think it helped create that identity where you wanted to practice because all you could do was practice at the time. And everyone wanted to be there. And I think it caught fire from that point on.
Do your players have call signs? Is your quarterback Maverick? Do you have a Goose? Do you have an Iceman? Break it down even a little further for me.
We have had times where guys have actually put it on their helmet. They put some call signs.
Oh, that's so sick, dude. Okay, but schematically though, guys, give me because if you're watching on TV, you see the Kyrie on the bottom there, 600 yards a game, 46 points a game. Joe Burrow's seemingly unbreakable records broken. Schematically, what are the core tenets of the Top Gun offense, and how has it been so super effective?
Yeah, number one is just relentless tempo, first of all, which informs how you play and informs the type of football you play with. So you think about it, we empower our guys to play really fast, get lined up. And you think about like in the NFL, a lot of pre-snap checks and adjusting. Our adjusting actually happens after the snap. Like we give our guys that freedom. So choice routes, option routes, RPOs. And then maybe the one thing that distinguishes us a little bit more is our quarterback run stuff. Our quarterback's a super athlete, so he can throw it or run it. He's rushed for over 1,000 yards 3 times in his career. So he's an absolute stud quarterback. So just having someone like that who's a dual threat who can distribute the football really helps.
So it's interesting. You talk about all the option and choice routes. How that feels like you got to have a lot of time on task with these quarterbacks and receivers so that they make sure that they're kind of on the same page, seeing the same thing. In a college environment with turnover, that could be a bit tougher. How are you all able to accomplish that?
I think that everybody's confused. They think this tempo offense and all these numbers, they think that the secret sauce is in all these different schemes and this crazy, extravagant way to play football. It's really not. We're as simple as it gets to us. We don't run that many schemes. We do them out of different formations and different looks. So our guys have the same looks and patterns over and over and over. But really the secret sauce is we stay more simple than anybody understands. So we can go that fast and we see the same looks over and over.
So this is just the repetitions. It's really the reps, like you learn by doing. So we run over 120 team reps per practice in fall camp. So you're going to master what you do just because you've seen every look against all the possible blitzes, stunts, coverages. You've run every concept against any look you could get.
So is it fair to say then, y'all, because this sounds very similar to Mike Leach philosophy, where like I heard his play sheets were not extensive, they were not crazy. It was kind of this idea. No, we have a core, we have core ideas here that we're going to make work against anything. Did y'all draw a lot from the Leach camp and kind of the air raid philosophies that he helped to develop?
I think so. I think that. Well, you probably answer better.
Well, yeah, for sure. I think that's a huge influence. It's like, hey, swing your sword, be a little different, be simple, master something. I think that all comes from Coach Leach and what he brought to the table. Like he's a great inspiration for what we've done. And it's fun to have that sort of system where it's like, hey, this is about the players and their execution. It's not us pretending we're going to just out scheme everyone on the board every week. It's our kids going out there and making plays because they've run not 1,000 different plays, but one type of play 1,000 different times.
Hey guys, Liam Blutman here. I really like sports and I appreciate what you guys have done. You two are both in your own right in different ways an inspiration for many. Coach Walker, you've said that you should have been fired multiple times. You're still here. You're a national champion today on Wake Up Barstool, speaking to the world. Coach Matheson, you were a student assistant at Minnesota a decade ago. Now you're all right here at D3 national champion. Just can both of you just give some advice to people who are coaches trying to climb up the ranks in this endless grind?
I would tell you that COVID was an important time for me. You had the first chance in my life to take a deep breath. I think we made some bold decisions. Obviously, the one to go as fast as we could. But I think the biggest decision I made was I was done caring what everybody thought. It's a cool thing to say. It gets clicks. It's trendy. But honestly, I was done with worrying about what Dad said, what Barstool college football guys think about my decision. I didn't care anymore. We were going to have our own blueprint. It's not your grandpa's way to play football. We're going to do it our way. My dad still gets pissed off about some of the decisions that I make and how aggressive we are at fourth down. I'm like, all right, Dad, we just won the national title. You can't say anything.
Is he a coach as well? Sorry, jump in there.
He's not. He's not.
Okay. What about you, Coach Matheson? What would your advice or kind of insights be that you've learned over the last few years?
I would just say, if you're struggling, and we were struggling here and we hadn't had a ton of success, just start by getting good at something. And that for us, that was just going to be our tempo. Like, no one's going to play faster than us. And then suddenly our guys had more and more confidence and built off it. And we were able to round out our game and ultimately reach the national championship. But it all started like, hey, master something, be great at something, and the rest will follow.
Coach Walker, I'd watch it a little bit because Matheson's talking like he's a politician or something, or like a motivational speaker over there. He's got me wanting to like enroll in his course right now. So let's just all be careful with Matheson. That's all I'm going to say.
You don't have to tell me.
Hey, what about this, guys? So River Falls, the producers put in the notes here, town of less than 20,000.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Right? Tight-knit community. Brandon mentioned having some run-ins with some fans while mantiquing here recently. What is the championship and this kind of run meant to the locals?
I said it after the game. There's no place in the world like River Falls, and there's a charm about our place you can't explain. I've said over and over, we're a Hallmark movie downtown. Everything revolves around these 9 or 10 bar and grills on this main street. Our campus is an extension of that main street. It's different than a lot of towns. You say the word bar and bar scene, it can be this negative thing. That's where you go hang out in this town. I know every bar owner. It's where our families go. People are now more and more. Everyone's like, what is River Falls? Here's River Falls on a Friday afternoon in the middle of the year. At the end of one of the bars might be the mayor, a student, and the town drunk having a beer, and everybody's cool and supportive. And
that's awesome.
That's just what our town is. And
they're all the same guy.
I cannot explain how supportive this town has been for us.
Yeah, our staff actually plays on a beer league softball team together in the summer. So
that's crazy.
This sounds fantastic.
This is our second title this year. Our Johnny's Bar softball team won the regular season title, and now we got a national championship trophy. So pretty big year for us.
Yeah, the Barstool basketball team is apparently a complete disaster.
Well, game tonight, 10 o'clock.
And what's your record, Connor?
0-3.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
It is week 12.
You need to start playing faster.
Also,
we won't play fast.
Connor hasn't won a game in Chicago sports this year.
We don't have to tell the coaches of UW River Falls about my peril.
Oh, I think we do.
Guys, are y'all coaches? Are y'all Packers fans?
I grew up by Indianapolis. It's funny. We're right on the border, Minneapolis and Wisconsin. So we're half Packer, half Viking around here. Those days are fun. They got
wow.
Each other. Yeah.
Intense.
I don't care. I just sit back and watch.
Yeah, it's almost like we have to referee our team on those game days.
Yeah, all the players are ready to fight each other. Well, hey, Coach Walker, Coach Matheson, cannot thank you all enough for waking up with us, man. Congrats on the championship. Ton of fun. Congrats on having a highly successful and the coolest name offense in all of college football. Top Gun offense. There it is, boys. River Falls, congrats for all your success.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us on, guys.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely, guys. It was a ton of fun. All right. Coming up next, we still got a lot to get to. We got Griff-Ins and Outs. We got the Football Fast Report. We got Stu Feiner. We got Ryan Fitzpatrick. I guess we'll let Brandon talk about some stuff as well. We still got Liam. Mark, Wake Up Barstool.
I was hoping we were living Griff-Ins and Outs in 2025.
No,
Nope.
I love Griffin.
Nope.
He's content caller now. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool, guys. Hey, do want to remind you, we got Ask Wub coming up at the end of the show, so go on Twitter, get all your questions there. The hashtag Ask Wub, we'll put the best ones on air. Also, KB, welcome back to the show. Liam Blutman out. You look fantastic, I must say. Connor, anything to say for yourself here?
I'm getting shown up during my own segment. You're going out and you're getting a suit.
I had this on
KB
from the
looks like an
beginning of the
Adonis
show.
right now.
Yeah,
Let me
he's
guess. I look like the watermelon princess. I look like the watermelon festival princess, don't I?
That's a great title.
I didn't want to say it.
There's in Ponchatoula, Louisiana, strawberry capital. There's the fair is the title of Strawberry Princess. Big deal if you're taking home that award. So you're a big deal in my heart, KB.
I thought Independence or A-Meat were the strawberry capital.
It might be A-Meat. I might have screwed that up. Tandro pear somewhere in
A lot of strawberries out there.
Yeah, they're delicious. That's where all that Abita strawberry beer comes from, which don't drink too much of that. You're really fat. All right, it is time, but drink a little bit of it because it's good. It is time for Connor, Griffins and Outs. What are we taking to the next week? What are we leaving behind? Connor, take it away.
Don't do that, Brandon.
Sigh.
Don't
This
do
is a
that,
great
Brandon.
segment.
I didn't know it was getting picked up by the mic. Let me do it again, though.
My first in, it's gotta be holy water. We all saw the video, the Steelers-Ravens game the other night. The Steelers, they bring out a priest in the pregame, and he's dousing the end zone.
I did
holy
not
water.
see this.
You didn't see this?
No,
Well,
what?
guess what? This was the same end zone that the Ravens wound up missing the kick. Tyler Loop goes wide right in that very end zone. I want to see more of this moving forward. You need every single advantage you can get to win, especially in a do-or-die game like that. You bring in the holy water, you bring in the priest. The Steelers, they were destined to win that game on Sunday.
Does God cheer for the Steelers?
I've seen a lot of Steelers games where it seems, yes, that he does.
Oh, the Immaculate Reception. Yep. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah. So
Also, I think
Super Bowl they stole from the Seahawks with bad officiating.
I think that we may need to involve in kind of, you need to do the natural evolution of this, which like the Mongols back in the day, right? When they would conquer a place, they were religiously tolerant as long as you just prayed to your gods for Genghis and like for the Mongols' help. So I'm getting like a priest out there, a rabbi, and I'm getting every religion out there to just pray for my football team to win.
yeah, this is going to ramp up. So.
Celestial insurance. That's what Dan Carlin
Crazy how many like divine resources God allocates to American football.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know, dude. I know. It's a big business.
It is.
NFL's huge.
Yes. Well, my next out, it is related to the NFL, and I want to preface it. I love Josh Allen, and if there's a contract incentive related to this, I apologize. This might be debatable. My next out, it's participation awards. Josh Allen, the past 2 years in Week 18, they've been meaningless games, but he's gone out there for the first snap.
Yeah.
He takes the first snap to extend his streak of consecutive starts, and then he leaves. This was getting ragged online. I'm kind of in the same agreement.
such a wuss.
These Iron Man streaks, I don't know. I saw this, and then they're cheering for him as he leaves the field. I just thought it was corny. I thought it was really corny.
The only reason his streak would end is he would be the schedule made this game meaningless, right?
Because he kicked so much ass that this game was meaningless.
Right,
They're
like he was not hurt, so it wouldn't have been ending for a legitimate reason. It would have been ending for an illegitimate reason. So it's fine that it continues for an illegitimate reason.
Like, do you
know what
nerds,
Ripken did to keep his bogus streak alive?
Yes, exactly.
but do
And I'm
you
trying to prevent that.
do you nerds online not appreciate how much day in and day out work goes into having your body ready to play an NFL football game every single Sunday
do.
that long?
I do.
And you want them
Personally.
not to play?
If he's
You want
not playing, he's taking a meaningless
You want him
snap to
to
start the game.
not keep the streak going because he put his team in a position where the last week doesn't matter? Get the hell out of here.
they were a 6
You
seed.
freaking
Also, not much of an
loser.
award, just to participate.
Yeah, and
Loser.
stop yelling at suited men.
Yeah, okay. Again, if there's a
Unbelievable,
contract
dude.
incentive, I apologize.
Yeah, let's throw years and years of
I don't
and
look crap.
thousands of hours of work out of the window.
All right,
just so Connor can
That's
be
what I said.
happy.
It's debatable. The ins and outs are debatable.
Just a little effort out of you. That's all, Connor.
My next in,
You better not miss work this year.
it's pit stains. Pit stains are in.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys saw John Schneider in the
Isn't that
booth.
what the first thing was?
Oh my God.
Look at this. John Snyder is the GM, of course, of the Seattle Seahawks. He is absolutely drenched in sweat. But I love this. I think we need we need to get rid of the stigma around pit stains. This shows investment to me. This shows he's caring. This is a #1 seed on the line. He's put together a great Seattle Seahawks team. He is riding with his guys, and he's just sweating every single play. I loved seeing this. He was getting dragged online for it. I don't care.
He's so sweaty under the armpit. It's amazing he's not.
No chest.
He's not sweaty elsewhere.
Yeah. Normally, I'll start if I have that amount on for your Brandon. I'm starting to get the chest droplets.
Sure.
That was not English, was it? I just mumbled it.
That's me after
This
every.
guy, tell me about this guy. Is he the best exec in football?
He's one of them.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Okay.
Been a hell of a year.
How you like the pit stains?
The pits, I think it's pretty gross, but
Do you
Narduzzi.
think if you were to raise up right now, you'd have some?
No, I don't sweat.
Really?
Don't sweat.
Damn, cool.
It's one of the defects of my kind.
Yeah.
I have long johns on, so I think
Right now?
It's
groin pants.
not cold outside.
Yeah, I know. I was out of underwear.
Tough. One
I
of
had to
those
throw all
days.
that underwear away the other day because they all had holes in it.
Well, I will say, yeah, if this was like Billy Madison, that scene where Billy Madison pretends to wet himself to stand in solidarity with his friend.
Never saw it. You sure you got the title right?
You would do it?
Yeah, I would do pit stains in honor of John Schneider. But my next out, chokers. Of course, referring to the necklaces that a lot of women wear. Here in the NBA, Jalen Suggs was wearing a headband around his neck in this new trend-setting way. He was doing this during games. He was not wearing the headband in the traditional sense, and it got banned by the NBA. They said, no more chokers. You can't do this. No more fashion statements. And I think it's a good move. Also, Jalen Suggs, he also got injured like right after the NBA made this ruling.
He also got
So
dunked
maybe
on
it was
the
a
other night.
safety issue.
Maybe it was a safety. I don't know.
He looks like he got wounded in a World War I trench. I don't like that look at all.
It was not a great look. I appreciate the innovation, but yeah, the NBA shut this down right away.
He's also about 10 years late to this trend. 2016.
That's what I was gonna say.
2016 was the moment for chokers.
I feel like we've done this before. I feel like the NBA has banned this from guys before.
I don't know.
Why was
2016 a long time
2016
ago.
the year of the choker?
I was in college. I know.
for women.
For women,
For
yeah.
women.
2016 was the peak of chokers.
Did y'all ever? I mean, definitely when I was in like 7th, 8th grade, a puka shell choker. You want to talk about going hard?
Yeah.
You talk about being cool. You get yourself some Abercrombie pants that unzip into shorts. Little A&F polo with the pukas. Ooh, damn. All right, what do we got, Kyle?
My last in, Duval, Jacksonville.
Yeah.
They're on an all-time heater right now. This Jaguars team, they got the city buzzing. I don't know when this video came out. It just went viral this week,
Who
though.
is it?
That's Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence being squatted by
is
some
that?
woman at the bar.
That's a random woman at a bar in Jacksonville who's just squatting Trevor Lawrence.
He just let her do that?
Yeah, this city is all about the Jags right now. They're going on a playoff run, I think.
KB, you're extra jacked right now. We were just talking about it in the break. You've been lifting out. You look great. I feel like this is very good form from her, considering she's lifting a human being, which are like inherently unstable.
That is a power lifter. I think
Yeah.
it's hilarious that he was just like, okay.
Listen, we don't have to do it, but could you squat me?
Can I squat?
275?
Yeah, you can
Have
do it.
to.
KB, you could.
At least a half rep.
Your
Could we do it?
distribution might throw me off.
That's
He's 6'6".
That's my point with her, right? Like humans are just hard to lift, but like she did a
I think
great
she
job.
must be like a power lifter.
I think so too. All right, Connor, what are we leaving? Last one.
My last out, it's team shaming. We, as a society, critique people's fandom so much. We also say that you have to be a fan of a team from the second you're born, and then you can never abandon them. Our very own white boy Rick.
The phony.
Barstool white boy Rick.
The fraud, yeah.
He's a diehard Indiana fan, went to Indiana, yet he has a picture online that leaked of him wearing a Notre Dame jersey when he was in high school.
Yeah, the truth.
And he's getting absolutely, obliterated. He's getting slandered. He's getting hate. I think this is okay.
I have no problem with
this is fine.
A 16-year-old going to St. Patrick's Day, an Irish Catholic man from Chicago.
This is before he ever went to Indiana,
White
and then
boy
once he went to
Rick.
Indiana,
He
he was all in.
attacks any non-Indiana people with vigor and absolute full force online. And now this existed?
This is
all I'm
before he went to
saying.
Indiana, and now he's all in on Indiana.
He's
White
6'5" in that picture.
He's a child.
Maybe we all love something so sincerely as white boy Rick loves Indiana.
I don't know that I believe it
He is
anymore.
not a Notre Dame fan.
Shout out white boy Rick. He's about to go on a great run right here. Semifinal national championship, the hoo.
Does he get to
Hoosiers.
go to the game?
I don't know.
Or is it just...
I believe he may be going
our
to the
resident-
Shout out Connor Griffin for another great Griff-Ins and Outs. Coming up next, ready to roll! Stu Feiner joining the program. Don't go anywhere. Wake Up Barstool. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. This is the second day that somebody has randomly held up the books that have been in studio the entire time.
Well, this is covering his entire body.
Yeah.
Who is Shohei Ohtani? Who is Stu Feiner? Stu Feiner is the source. Stu Feiner is a legend unparalleled in this media landscape in which we live. Stu Feiner is a man with unending energy, a passion and lust for life and everything that entails. And Stu Feiner is in studio right now. Stu, what's happening, baby?
Ready to roll. Living up to the hype.
Let's go.
Men want to be me, women want to be with me, and that is a fact. Ask your girl, ask your mother, ask your grandmother. So now, let's get down to a couple of things here.
Stu?
I'm 64 years old. Absolutely. You got 20-year-old kids, their parents are 40, their grandparents are 60. You know, Woodstock, Pink Floyd, 1980, NASA Coliseum, The Who, Madison Square Garden, 1978, Who Are You? Bruce Springsteen, 1980, Total Love Tour. Come on, let's go. I've been there, I've done it. I'm not going to say I did you, but I might have. All right, now, let's talk reality for a second.
We should talk reality. We should talk reality, to be fair.
First of all, next week, either Tuesday night or Wednesday night, we're having a birthday party for me that I'm throwing. 65 years old, January 31st. We're going dancing. We're going to the clubs.
Oh, my God, I love
We're
dancing.
clubbing it out, and I'm going to drink 10 Grey Goose martinis and see what happens.
Yep.
So I'm inviting everyone here. I'm inviting the entire Fox audience, Barstool, New York, Barstool, Chicago, and anybody that lives in the area, roll up Wednesday night or Tuesday night, we're partying.
In Chicago?
In Chicago. Then January 31st, on my birthday, we're doing it in New York City too. So if you miss next Tuesday, Wednesday, you could pop in January 31st in Manhattan. We're going to a major club that will be announced. We're going to have 10,000 people, and we are going to be dancing.
Oh, I love you so much.
A two-part birthday party.
Exactly. Well, I'm
He
65.
deserves it.
I'm
My man
65.
deserves
I didn't think I was going to live to past 30, so now I'm 35 years there. So can we go straight to food right now, and then I'll go to the
I was
games?
actually
Oh my
gonna follow up
God!
with that.
First of all, Crossroads, basic bar in Chicago.
Fantastic.
The Chicago Blackhawks go there and eat. Let me tell you something right now. Their wings, I'm matching them against any wings I've
What was
ever
the
had
name
in
of
my
it?
life.
I'm sorry, I had them.
Crossroads.
Okay.
Have you ever been there?
I've never been there.
You have to go.
Okay.
I had 2 bowls of soup before I started the wings. I had their chili and their chicken enchilada. Because when someone says to me, homemade, freshly baked, I'm eating it. I don't care. And it was unbelievable. Then their turkey bacon club, which is very simple.
Very simple,
But
very good.
an 11. An 11. As good as any 5-star
Wait, a
restaurant.
turkey bacon club
is
You're
an
saying
11.
but like an 11 on the scale of
No,
turkey
no,
bacon
of
clubs?
anything.
Okay.
Anything in the world. Okay. Then last night we went to RPM Italian. Have you been there?
I've not.
Have you been there?
No.
Have you been there? It is fabulous.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Kyle, you have been there.
Yes.
Do you like it?
I choked on the Gorgonzola cured Wagyu, and Robin Lopez had to give me the Heimlich.
Is that
Fair enough. I like it. I love it.
And do it.
Is that a real sentence?
Let me tell you something right now. Their
Wait,
food was
how did Robin Lopez?
He had to get on his knees.
How did he get down to your level?
Well, everyone
got on his knees,
when we're
T-Bob.
talking about you, baby. Get on your
He
knees.
did the need Heimlich
Get
to
on
me.
your
What
knees.
can I say? It was delicious.
Yeah, fabulous meal.
Oh, my God.
And then we went to, at the Cadillac Theater, with Stephanie, the director of Wake Up Barstool,
She's the
and
best.
Sandy and Carmen.
So talented.
We saw Phantom of the Opera, and I saw it for the 18th time.
I love Phantom.
18th time. It's my favorite play.
Favorite song? I'm a music of the night guy.
Of course. I mean, that is it. I mean, that's the number one.
What are you gonna do?
But I've seen Les Mis 16 and Phantom 18.
Les Mis, now that's my favorite.
I mean, 2 of the greatest plays ever. But in the Cadillac Theater, they did a phenomenal job. As good as Broadway. It was great. So, what a night. Just absolutely what a night.
How many directors we got on this show?
What? Stephanie, that's her director.
She's the director?
Yeah, she's the
Why does
director.
Why does Tanton always talk?
He's the EP.
Okay, well,
He's the executive producer.
I'm not listening to him anymore.
Stephanie's
No, listen to Stephanie.
She's
only
calling
listening
all
to her.
all the camera shots.
Shout out
she's
Steph.
live directing,
Shout out
make
Maddie.
sure the show looks good.
Pro Quidditch player, I believe.
Yep, that is also correct. I had a food question, but
Yes, what?
Yeah, what?
What?
What? Come on, what?
spit it out.
I just want to, can I say something? I ate like 9,000 calories from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. No peepees, no poopies. I just want to share that.
Look at
that. That was a record for me.
Steel
record.
Steel trap.
Today could be tough, huh?
Oh, it was unbelievable because during the play, first of all, when you go to a play, you cannot pee a poop because the lines are horrific.
Terrible.
You have to either go before or way after.
I always wonder that. Like, why is it that you can have an intermission that's not long enough for the entire bathroom line to get through?
Well, because they don't
Seems
have
like
enough
a logistical
bathrooms.
nightmare.
They don't have enough bathrooms.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer. I don't know the reasoning. But that really is the bottom line. Okay. So, all right, let's go right down to it. Let's go. Right. College football.
We can start with college. We got the playoffs
Well, pros.
coming up.
What do you want to do?
Couple
What do
days.
you want to do?
Since college is coming first chronologically, let's start there. Then let's dive into the weekend slate of the NFL afterwards.
Okay, so right now, they made Miami a favorite. So they made a number 10 seed, a prohibitive favorite over a number 6 seed, which is incredible, which is absolutely unbelievable. And I think they're telling you, at least the sharps and the money is telling you, that Miami is going to win that game.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying I'm using it yet because I'm going to go a half hour before the game.
Yeah, right.
But Miami being 3 or 3.5 is getting the sharp money all the way around right now. Abundantly clear that the sharps are on Miami, obviously because of their defense and because of their performance.
Yeah, so we talked about it last night on Roughness, and I was kind of forming this take. I'm like, okay, what does Miami do that Georgia didn't do that makes them a worse matchup? And Georgia doesn't get after the quarterback, right? Miami does, and they can do it with 4, which is invaluable. So I'm thinking, okay, that's the crux. That's what Miami will beat them. But then Brandon reminded me that Ole Miss offense took care of an Oklahoma defense that really gets after the quarterback and is about as talented in that regard as anybody else. So I chose Miami because of the strength in the trenches, but Trinidad Chambliss has that kind of magic to him right now.
Well, the bigger deal, and Stu, I don't know if you factor this into your equations or whatever you do. The sharp money can be on Miami all they want. The odds can say whatever they want. Ben Mintz doesn't lose. The world bends to his reality.
Yeah,
and it's not fair.
It's not fair.
So not fair.
It's not fair.
How could a buffoon,
a moron,
a fool,
an idiot,
an embarrassment,
a clown?
I mean, chronologically, arguably the worst human being alive.
The worst.
Self-centered,
Terrible.
selfish,
egotistical.
Listen,
Love you, Mincy.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I mean, sad.
And he's gonna win.
Everybody hates on him.
Well, he wins no matter
My man's
what.
shining.
Free trip, free room, free blood.
This man took
eats
a
like the
backpack.
king. Great tickets. I mean, it's like everyone's guest. Ben Mintz shows up and he thinks everyone should just take care of him.
The world bends to him. That's how it happens.
Not fair.
And Miami's not going to win because of it.
That's a talent, though.
Yeah,
Bending the world to your will.
His Taverin is very strong for our Wheel of Time fans out there.
No,
All right, Stu, what do we
Shout
got
out
in the other
Ben.
game?
Shout out Tate. Tate, I wouldn't want to be you this weekend.
Even though I got to say this, Tate and Mintz, they are
pretty good one too.
They are
excellent.
a spade. They are a Spade Farley combination.
No two ways about it.
Filtered through the Barstool lens.
No two ways. I think it's like
fantastic
twins.
together.
No one is more perfectly
he's-
equipped to handle him than Tate, because Tate used to deal with middle schoolers every day.
Stay tall and thin, Mintz short and stocky. They look like the number 10.
All right, let's. All right, the other game, Oregon, Indiana, 2.
Okay,
I mean, great teams going toe to toe.
Let me say something.
Yeah, say something.
I made this game, Indiana 7.5.
Whoa.
Damn.
They opened the game Indiana 4, and there has been not one major bet offshore. I don't know what it is with the sports books here or Vegas. Offshore, there's not been one 7-digit bet on Oregon yet. There's $13 million to $10 million bets on Indiana. They are betting Indiana like this is a foregone conclusion. They're betting Indiana as if Oregon is just going to show up and get hammered and get blown out. So I have not seen anyone post Oregon yet. I have not seen any Oregon buzz. I've seen no Oregon money. And if Indiana covers, I'm sure sportsbooks, bookmakers, offshore, Vegas are going to get annihilated.
Damn.
I mean, it is like 85% to 15%. That scares me. Not saying that Indiana doesn't deserve it. They've had an incredible year. They got the Heisman Trophy winner. They have really no weaknesses at all. If they get behind, they can come from behind. They can play from behind. They can win a close game. But Oregon is no slouch. I mean, Oregon, who did they play? They shut down Texas Tech.
No,
right?
they are. Yeah.
They shut them out.
Their
defense came to play.
Indiana is Oregon, only more so. They're both the two most complete teams left. They're elite offensively. They're elite defensively. They're both high functioning, high executing. Indiana's just a bit better. And yeah, the first time they played, Indiana wins. Oregon's gotten better, but Indiana's gotten better. So I think I kind of understand.
The line 4 for me seems very light. Do you think it's light? I mean,
no, I don't.
Points.
I don't. I think this is a 50-50 game.
Okay.
That's
So
what
you
I
think it should be a pick?
Yeah, I basically. I mean, I'd be fine with Indiana being a 3-point favorite. I think it's a 50-50 game.
Okay.
I think Oregon. They lost the first game, and a lot of people say Indiana dominated them. And yeah, they had 267 yards of offense, but Indiana only had 320 themselves.
To me, it's all about the game flow. It's going into Autzen, having this play happen, and then still winning by 10. Like, that's a sign of.
You say that, but it was 20 with 6 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, but look at the play that's made on 3rd and goal, and that's all for.
That's fine. They won the game, but let's not act like they walked in there and destroyed them. And now Oregon, anytime a team there's a rematch, the team that lost the first game has just a little bit of edge, I think, and Oregon has it.
I do think Indiana has acquitted itself in the sense that I think for a long time, the last few years, people have said, can Indiana hang physically with the Ohio States?
Yeah.
The Alabamas, and not only did they hang with the Ohio States and the Alabamas here,
They are the Ohio States and the Alabamas.
They are a bunch of grown men playing college football, and we need to start acknowledging them as one of the best college football teams of all time if they complete this run. Because they're entering this college football semifinal with an SP Plus rating of 32.1.
Yep.
That is higher than 2019 LSU did entering the college football semifinal. This is an all-time great college football team, and they may physically dominate Oregon.
I said that about Oregon, about how I think it's a 50-50 game, but ultimately Indiana is the machine right now.
Yeah.
They are a well-oiled machine. They do not make mistakes. They are coached perfectly. They make the right play every single time. They're as close to unbeatable as we have in the sport.
And if I did find 2 maybe statistical quirks between the teams, because they're very easy on paper, but Indiana, number 1 red zone defense in the country when you're talking about touchdown percentage. You only score a touchdown 25% of the time when you get inside the 20. Oregon, 120th in the country. Indiana, one of the top teams in the country getting after the quarterback. Oregon doesn't really get after the QB. In fact, Dante Moore got sacked 14 times in the year. 6 of them came against Indiana.
Wow.
Things to look out for come Saturday. All right.
It's going to be a great game. Great game.
This weekend, NFL slate, college football player.
Couple of quick looks here. I mean, Sharps and Public are all over the Rams. They'll probably bury the Panthers.
Yeah.
I mean, Panthers shouldn't even be there. Packers-Bears is a pick-em. Right now, the Sharps are on Packers. The game that...
Can I get a real quick question?
Yes.
Is that because in the 2 games, even though they split the win 1-1, the Packers dominated the vast majority of the 120 minutes?
Well, I mean, Bears have overperformed to an incredible level.
Okay.
Packers were, through week 6, before all the injuries, were the odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl. I think that still carries through. It's an elimination game, and I think the Sharps will be on the Packers. Because probably, even though I'd say the Bears are playing better right now, and right now they're a better team, the Packers, with Jordan Love, he could rise and be the difference in the game. The game that really makes no sense to me, Bills opened a 1.5-point favorite in Jacksonville. How is that possible?
Yeah, I don't know.
There is
Josh
no
Allen?
possibility with that happening. I mean, Jacksonville, I made 4.5. They made the Bills 1.5. And so all the sharps jumped on the Bills. The money's on the Bills. Might be sharp money, but that line just absolutely shocks me because the Bills have not played well enough to be a road favorite in an elimination game at Jacksonville. It's going to be a very, very interesting
Who is America rooting for in this game?
Say that again?
Who is America rooting for in the Bills-Jaguars game? Who would
Josh
you rather
Allen
see?
is
The
so
Bills.
likable.
The Bills.
I think they're
Josh Allen is the most.
Yeah,
probably,
but the Jags are underdogs here. And
I
that's
think they're waiting
Bills.
for the winner of this game, and they're going to root for that winner throughout the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Eagles 49ers is the most ridiculous game on the card.
What a wagon for
I mean,
a round
it's
one
showing you the
matchup.
49ers are probably done. I mean, their season is over. They overachieved with all the injuries. How they're even here is a miracle. I made the Eagles 1. They made the Eagles 3.5, and immediately Sharps bet the game up to 4.5, and it's going to go to 5. I mean, it's just incredible. But this is the game that you got to go, oh my God, because the public is buying the 49ers so hard.
Really?
The public money is all over taking the number against the Eagles.
So you're on the Eagles then?
Well, the Sharps are on the Eagles. I mean, and that line makes no sense. The line is telling you the Eagles are going to shut them out.
From what I understand about your system, if the public's all in the Niners, the Sharps are all in the Eagles, you're probably riding with the Sharps, no?
Most of the time, yes. But again, it has to be a game time decision.
Yeah.
Because other things could outweigh that.
Do you think it's worth it outside of 4? Like 4.5 is probably like if you have it at 1 and you're betting at 4, like the number is 4.5, you might be leaning more towards 49ers, or are you going to ride with the Sharps?
Well, I think the line is telling you the 49ers can't win this game and probably going to get blown out. I mean, that's what the line is saying. I'm not saying Stu Feiner is saying that, but that's what the line is saying. Chargers, Patriots, obviously everyone's on the Patriots. This line, again, is short. It's small. I made the Patriots 6.5. Chargers, to go into New England Sunday night and only be 3.5-point underdog. I think they're showing you the Chargers are a lot better than people think. I think the Chargers are showing you they have the experience overall. This is the Patriots' first game in forever in the playoffs. And the Patriots season, although it's been prolific and unbelievable, and Drake May's played 10 times above anybody's expectations, probably going to lose by, just a hair in the MVP. They're showing you the Patriots' overall
bit of
schedule was so soft.
That's what I was saying.
It was so soft. They only beat like one team with a winning record or something. I mean,
it's outlier
ridiculous.
bad. It's
And
outlier.
the Chargers played a very, very, very tough schedule. I think that's factored in here.
Chargers defense doesn't get talked about enough.
No.
We talk about Denver, we talk about Seattle, like Jacksonville. Chargers defense is right up there with everybody else in the league.
No choice about it. And listen, there's going to be a lot of pressure on the Patriots. We're going to see if they are a paper tiger and they were a victim of their own soft schedule, or if they're real deal. Then you go to the Texans Steelers Monday night. And this game is very, very, very interesting because the Steelers just don't lose as a home dog. I don't know how they beat the Ravens, but they beat the Ravens. Again, home dog. Mike Tomlin does not lose as a home dog. Now you get back DK Metcalf, who would have been hung, literally, if Pittsburgh lost because they would have pinned it on him.
Yeah.
But now that Aaron has him back, anytime they're in the red zone, he's just throwing the ball up, and DK can beat you every single time. So although the world, the public, and everybody and their mother is on the Texans here, I believe Pittsburgh is a live dog Monday night. Very live. I would not be surprised if the Texans, who are the darling of the NFL, best defense in the NFL, they're going to make some run in the playoffs, one and done.
Also, the Steelers, since 1992, they have never lost a home Monday night football game.
Yeah, 22 straight.
20, there you go.
22
All right,
straight.
we have a special early Ask Wub question that specifically has to do with Stu here.
Yes.
Eric, Ask Wub, what's the upset of the weekend in the NFL? Is that it? For everybody. Is it Steelers?
Yeah.
Oh, for everybody.
For everybody.
I think the Steelers, I think Aaron Rodgers kind of neutralizes the pass rush a little bit because he likes the quick game, and he actually hasn't been throwing downfield much at all this year. It's a lot of screens and short passes. I think kind of plays the Steelers' advantage there.
I think it could be the Chargers, too.
It is an upset, meaning it has to be an underdog?
Yeah, I would say underdog spread. Like I think that Jacksonville would technically be an upset per this question.
It's Chargers. I think that's off schedule. I could see New England being a one and done. You've said
I can't trust myself with Chargers though, because I kind of want to see the Patriots
I would say
fall.
right now, gun to my head, of course, Monday at 6:30 Eastern is when I'm going to post it. I would say Steelers.
Okay, there you go. Stu, is Scotty Scheffler coming to your birthday?
No, definitively not. Absolutely not.
But he's invited because everybody's invited.
Everyone's invited.
Well, also Scotty Scheffler loves Stu.
Listen. I don't want to yap because I am a big yapper. We got something planned.
There you go.
We have it. We have. Not only is it in the works, It is the works.
Let's go. There we go. I don't know exactly
Shut
what
up,
it means.
Scotty! Shut up, Meredith! Shut up, Meredith!
Brandon,
Uncle
it is the
Stu
works.
loves you.
Hold on.
It is the works.
And not only in the works,
It is the works.
it is the works.
It is the works.
It is the works. Speaking of work, coming up next, Hannah Montoya going to put in some work here on WUB as she brings us another football fashion report. Stu, thank you for replacing
I love you. God
poorly
bless you.
dressed
Happy New
Connor
Year to
Griffin.
everyone. Thank
Wait,
you
are
for
you
having
sticking
me.
around?
I don't know.
I think you may be. Anyway, more Wake Up Barstool coming up next here on FS Uno. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. I don't have tiny hands, Brandon, okay? I have completely normal hands. 9-inch Kings.
Look at his
Joe
tiny
Burrow.
hands. Look at his
Pat
tiny
Mahomes. They're very large. Put them closer
Are
to
those
the
the same
camera to
size
make
as
them
my
appear
hands?
larger.
Look at his tiny
They're bigger
hands.
than your hands, but they
They
might
look
be
like the same
They might be the
size.
same
You guys should
size
compare.
as your hands. No! I'm not playing this game anymore.
Compare with Ebo.
I have normal
Hold your
feet
hand up
and
to Ebo's
normal
hand.
hands. No! I'm trying to avoid this. No, I got a beat. No, stop it. Wear a jacket, Connor. Okay, anyway.
Don't worry, Tito. I'm 6 feet.
Anyway, guys.
Tiny hands, tiny socks.
What do they say about tiny socks, Stu?
Tiny gloves.
Yes.
Tiny gloves.
Can we stop putting Connor on TV? It's embarrassing.
Stop. Anyway, guys, it is time. We do it every Wednesday. Hannah Montoya, Football Fashion Report. Hannah, what's up, girl? How we doing today?
Feeling so good because I'm suited up.
Yeah, you look great.
Got the
Beautiful
memo.
blazer.
Got the
This is everybody,
emails.
yeah.
Ching.
Yeah,
Good job.
feeling great. I do want to point out about your hands. Per capita, just a crazy ratio going on.
What do you mean?
The 9-inch hands.
Well,
But then we'll move.
Wait, what does per capita mean?
You're like 6'3", 350.
Joe Burrow's like 6'4", guys.
Well, Joe Burrow ain't got nothing to do with this.
Yeah, he's 9-inch hands.
He didn't play offensive line in the SEC.
He's an Adonis. He has 9-inch hands. Pat Mahomes, 9.25.
So does that mean this is a compliment to Ebo?
You and Ebo can share.
Yes, it's more of a compliment to ego than a detriment to me.
I'm closer to Joe Burrow than I am to.
I wear size 12 shoes, guys, and I've got an extra wide foot, okay? A thick foot. Thank you very much.
Doing the
Stu.
fashion report?
Yeah, my bad.
I think this is a great segue, honestly. I'm going to start out super biased in all things Bears because I'm a Bears fan, and this is just how it's going to be. This is my segment.
Bear down, baby.
Okay. Starting off, right off the rip, we're going to have to talk about Caleb Williams.
This
We're
just
getting
feels like
there.
the sausage
That-
being put
that-
on the
We're
screen.
getting there.
That was our Slack channel or something.
We're getting there. Technical difficulties. But I'm sure you guys honestly might have seen it already, but Caleb Williams did walk out wearing Ben Johnson's high school jersey, which happened to be number 12 in Green Bay colors.
Yeah, it looks
So
like
a
an Aaron
little
Rodgers
bit,
jersey.
yeah, it does kind of give that off. So I do want to get your guys' reviews on this one.
Well, let's not even worry about the Packersdom of this. Is it weird he's wearing his coach's high school jersey?
That's his boy, dude. I think it's sweet, but also all I needed to see was matcha and wired headphones. Check. Caleb Williams can do no wrong right now.
Green and gold jersey with a number 12 on it.
I don't care.
Okay.
It's Ben Johnson.
Apparently, that's Caleb
It was-
His
Williams.
boy.
It was just a little too close for comfort for me. Like, it made me a little bit uncomfortable. I'm not gonna
Agreed.
lie.
That is a.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That is also Luke
Agreed.
Combs' high school jersey.
Yes, that's a fun fact.
Luke Combs?
Isn't that crazy? And Caleb. Caleb Presley.
We're with you. We don't like it.
Yeah.
3.
All right, perfect.
Why?
Love that. We're gonna move forward then with Brisker, also with a fun little fit. This one's wintry, more of a winter theme.
Oh, wow. Now, this looks like a model.
Yeah, a lot of layers going on. This looks like a page out of a magazine.
Yeah, this
that
looks
you'd read
great.
at a hair salon or something.
This
I've
looks
got,
cool as
unbelievable.
hell.
I've got complicated
That's
feelings.
unbelievable.
Ooh.
Are you kidding
Can we
me?
unpack them?
Yeah, I have complicated feelings on this. I think it is at one point ridiculous, and at the other point I'm jealous. I couldn't do that.
So,
See, it
so
doesn't
well
look
said.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So well said. That man is hot.
Yeah,
He's humming.
it's absurd, but he's killing it.
I'm sweating looking at him.
Is this walking
I just,
into an
you know.
actual football game,
It
or was
is.
this a photo shoot?
No, it's walking into a game. Isn't that impressive?
That's amazing.
Impressive.
This
So
might be
impressive.
I don't want to say it, guys. This might be fit of the season.
I'm giving
It's
I
on the air of
agree.
the season,
I
guys.
agree.
This might be fit of the season,
I agree.
guys.
This is up there. I think it is
Absolutely.
warm. I also wanted to point out the chain. We have talked about a lot of chains this season, and I feel like this is one of the best ones we've seen. It's mixed metal. How cool is that? Like silver and gold going on.
I love that coat.
Fitted.
Stop.
Silver egg.
He's also got a little
Where's
bit
Liam?
of a choker.
That's
Got
true.
that puka shell.
Hey,
Chokers are back.
Hannah, real quick, not a big deal, but who's got the worst outfit in this room?
Nice.
I do think there might be an outlier that's bringing down the meat.
We'll get there, Brandon. Don't
I
worry.
get we're doing a bit and all, but it's starting to really hurt my feelings.
What do we got next?
Okay, next up, similar vibe, just with the underneath. We've got a Canadian tuxedo coming from Zacchaeus, baby. But we've got a little bit of an accent going on with the spiders. I've never seen this before, so this is a completely new look. Not sure how it translates, but what are we doing?
This is almost no fault of his own. I'm going low score here. He looks like P. Diddy.
I swear I was going to say P. Diddy. I was going to wait for someone to drop the Diddy.
It's a bad look.
Shout out Diddy.
You can't
shout out Diddy, though.
It's a bad look.
Shout out Diddy.
No, maybe not.
I mean, he just looks too much like
So
him.
this is
The
just purely
glasses.
based on the way that he looks.
Yeah. Well,
You like the
Purely
outfit?
physical.
I'm going to hype this guy
No,
up.
I
We're
love the
dragging him a little bit. I'm going to hype
No,
this
I
guy
love
up.
the outfit.
Also, it's like Spider-Man.
Oh, it's so stylish. He looks like a winner to me. He looks like a superhuman. I love it.
Shout out Diddy.
You know what? We'll move past this one. I really want to unpack the next one because I think that this one could be completely controversial.
Oh, yeah.
We've got the grill.
Wait,
We've got to talk about
this is
it.
AI, right?
No,
This has to be AI.
super real.
What?
Super real. I mean, the sparkle might be added, but I don't think it is either.
T-Law is feeling himself like that right now, dude? Okay.
The locker room, they gifted him a
from
chain
Atlanta.
or a grill.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit just when he wore a chain and everyone said it made them a little bit uncomfortable because it wasn't his authentic vibe. I don't know how you guys feel about this one. KB, do you have any thoughts?
It just doesn't work.
You were disgusted. That was wild. You got a neck like a giraffe.
You don't like when the suburban white boy quarterback steps out of his comfort zone and the whole team embraces him as like
He's doing like
Kirk
Kirk
Cousins.
O'Chains. He's doing Kirk O'Chains.
I think it's fun.
I mean, he's playing so well right now that I'm going to score him a little higher. But to
His
KD's point, it really
teeth are a
doesn't.
10. I mean, look at those teeth. Sparkling, pearly white, breathtaking, just straight as an arrow.
I wonder how big his hands are.
Oh, gigantic.
Monstrous.
His hand's a
Quick
monster.
stats.
Got to be 10 inches.
You think so?
I'm about to look it up.
All right. Okay, so I guess this one I actually really
10
like.
inches.
I think this is a fun one. We got a little preppy fit going on from Dorsey. Would love to hear your guys' thoughts. It is a crop top.
This is the worst thing I've
going
ever
on
seen.
here. It's
One of the worst things I've ever seen.
You know when you see
He's
something.
wearing Ebo's coat.
It's on the edge of working for me.
Come on, we were a team today, Brandon.
Sorry. You're right.
I don't know if I love the untucked shirt with it.
Right. I agree. That's my biggest qualm. But also, you know when you look at something and it just looks itchy and uncomfortable.
That's awful.
The same way that Brisker felt cohesive, this feels incongruous. Like the sweater just jumps down your throat out of nowhere.
You say incongruous too much.
I said it yesterday and today.
That word should be used once a year.
I'm sorry you can't handle my vocabulary, Brandon. Okay, I'm a very loquacious man, and if you can't handle that, that's a reflection of your own insecurity.
Loquacious doesn't even reflect vocabulary. That's just talkative.
If I said it like that, it does.
Okay.
I do want to compliment Ebo on finding out a new way to do a zero. That was cool. Nice little scoring going on. Okay, and then the last one that I have for this week is Belton. We've also got rhinestones. That seems to be a common theme going on right now. These are lined down the sides as well as on the gloves.
I think so.
Oh,
This guy looks like Superman. He looks like Terminator 4. I mean, this is what a man is supposed to look like.
I feel like this looks like a man who would dominate other men, but he's doing that. He's executing on that vision very well.
He's wearing leather gloves and pulling it off. Come on, look at that.
This is like a
That is
Studio
bad.
54.
Whoa!
What do we think of that bag, Stu? What do we think of that bag?
I love the bag.
Yeah.
I love that bag. Has money in it. Has the right phone numbers.
Yeah.
He's ready to roll that bag.
Brandon, you gave it a 1.
I did. I don't like it.
Yeah, just
Really?
in general.
Yeah, I don't like it. And I'm gonna leave it at that, Hannah.
Oh,
I don't like it.
You gotta have the arms to pull that off. He definitely has the arms
Oh,
to
the
pull that off.
guy looks like God.
I don't. He doesn't look like God.
He looks like God.
It's not how I imagine God looking to be fair.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, fair.
Maybe. Look at the boots.
True.
I mean, the guy is. Everything about him is perfect.
All right, we got some Ask Wugs, I've been told here. Cody, why does Connor Griffin not care about looking good on national television? Will he ever put on a suit and look good like Brandon Walker?
That's a good question, Cody. I said, somebody named Cody asked that question?
I wonder who that is. And then also shout out to Sam in the control room who replied to that and said, my 3-year-old son just asked me, Daddy, why doesn't that strange man on TV have a suit?
Yeah.
I love this program, but need the talent to buy in. Everybody's got Twitter fingers in the control room these days. It's very
also, Cody, looking good recently here, dude, in the office. I mean, the flow's out of control.
Yeah.
The fits are put on. Douglas Bubble Trousers, he knows fashion. Can Connor put some more effort into his wardrobe?
Wow.
I was wearing a bow tie and a suit on the show last week. You could go back and check the tapes.
Terrible.
New Year's Day.
Just an ounce of effort would be nice.
A little bit.
A modicum, even.
I got Connor's back here. You want some smoke? You go through me. Leave Connor alone. Leave him alone. I died for Connor.
That's my guy.
All right,
What's
do
his
we have
last
any more
name,
here?
Stu?
So sweet.
Griffin.
Okay.
There we go.
Nice.
Look at that.
Booyah! Booyah!
All right. Coming up next, guys. Hannah, anything else?
I got something.
Yeah, what's up?
I got one little tidbit.
Hit me.
Hannah and me next week on Hannah's Micropod. Let's go!
If you haven't watched the Micropod, it is
Fabulous.
fantastic.
I mean,
And
it's the best thing on really any medium ever.
She's a fantastic interviewer, great comedic.
The best.
Go check it out. Her and Stu are going to be electric. All right, coming up next, speaking of legends, we got Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
The man of many colors will be here on Wake Up Barstool. Don't go anywhere. This is FS1.
He's just white.
Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool, your hopefully favorite daily sports morning show with a guy who's on the show every day with completely reasonably sized hands and feet.
No.
Hosted by a guy with rugged, handsome looks. And again, I can't emphasize this enough, completely normal hands.
And your shoe size is what?
12.
Okay, all right.
Extra wide.
All right.
Okay, triple E.
That's weird.
What do you mean?
Your dad played quarterback in the NFL with tiny hands, or does he have big hands?
No. His hands are about the size of mine. Also.
Huh.
Hammer. Guys, so we got the NFL playoffs coming up this weekend.
What?
We got the NFL playoffs coming up this weekend. Very excited. Wild card round is here. A ton of games to look forward to Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And who better to talk to than our guy, Ryan Fitzpatrick, a man who knows this league top to bottom, a fashionable man in his own right. He'll be live on Amazon Prime's coverage of the Packers-Bears wildcard game Saturday starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. Fitz, what's up, baby? Thank you so much for waking up with us this morning.
Yeah, no problem. I got a big hand and a small hammer, guys.
What is your hand size per NFL measurements?
When I measured at the combine, my thumb goes down, and they measure it from pinky to thumb, and so mine was unusually large, but only because of my thumb. You can see the old wiggle there. So I think I was third biggest at the combine.
Dude, I mean, how do you make it 17 years in the league? You just got massive mitts.
Yeah.
Okay, we're having a little bit of an audio issue real quick, so we're gonna circle back around to Fitz in a second. Here's what I'll say about Packers Bears, and I feel passionately about this. Bears fans, it's time to drop your nuts. The amount of tepid, sad boy, pussyfooting around that I see out of Bears fans. They're so scared of the Packers. Guys, recognize this is a 9-7 Packers team that has lost 4 in a row. Their best players are hurt. You won the division. You're the big dog. It's in Soldier Field. Oh, but T-Bob, we can't talk trash before the game because what if we lose? I don't care. This is your time. The game is not played yet. This is your time to go all out aggression, make a statement, say, no, this weekend we're coming for that ass, Green Bay. And we're going to change the narrative, okay? Because over enough time, empires rise and fall. And here you have the decrepit, old Green Bay Packer dynasty ready to crumble. And the Bears could be the start of it. All right, Fitz, I think we got everything figured out. Bears, Packers, where do you land on this one? How are you reading it?
Oh, I've been going back and forth on this one. I went back and watched the 2 games. The crazy thing about this is going to be the 3rd time they play each other in the last 34 days. They're probably tired of seeing each other. But as I go back and forth, if the weather isn't a huge factor, which right now seems like we might get a little wintry mix, but I don't think it's going to be a huge factor in the game. I've actually got the Packers in this one. I just think, they've lost 4 in a row, but Jordan Love, he's going to come into this thing healthy. Josh Jacobs is going to come into this thing healthy. And the Packers really, in the first 2 games that they played, dominated as well.
All right, so when you talk about playing 3 times in 34 days, I don't know in your storied career if you ever ran into that exact setting, but can you provide us any context or kind of insight into what it's like to be a professional and be playing other professionals in that amount of time? Like how do you manage to find success in that setting? What are the attributes that leads to one team handling that situation better than the other?
Yeah, I'd say there's a huge familiarity with the scheme, obviously, and them being division opponents, there has been. And then the other thing is just to watch early on the chippiness that's going on. You've already seen it in the last few games with these guys, namely the Green Bay DBs and the Chicago receivers. So I think that's going to be interesting as well. But they know each other very well. So you're not going to trick them with your schemes and things. Chicago runs the ball very well. And that's what I'm nervous about for Green Bay. They're going to have to try to scheme some things up in order to try to stop this running game. But I think in the end, with the familiarity, Ben Johnson has an advantage there because of the way that he's been able to get these guys going and playing, the way they're feeling right now, probably a little bit better than Green Bay. But that being said, I just think with these 2 teams, with the rivalry, with it being in Chicago, it's going to be a great atmosphere, and it's going to be awesome for us to be able to showcase this to everybody.
Hey, Ryan, just a general question, looking at the big picture here, the full scope of the NFL playoffs. We were talking earlier in the show about, upset potential this week. Who do we think could potentially be a sleeper in this entire playoff run in any other conference, NFC or AFC? Who are you looking at specifically that maybe not a whole lot of people are talking about as we head into this postseason?
Yeah, I think the first thing you do, right when they made those matchups, the first thing I did is you look at the spreads, and you're like, okay, where do we expect? I was surprised that the Bills were favored. Jacksonville's been playing so well, and they are very dangerous right now. That spread continues to come down. And then I'm also surprised a little bit that the Patriots are only 3.5-point favorites over the Chargers. I think the Patriots are primed to make a run, and I know that they're the 2 seed, but the style of play that they have, the consistency of Drake May, and I think a big X factor in the playoffs for them is going to be Josh McDaniels and his play calling.
Mm-hmm. All right. Hey, Ryan, I'm Brandon Walker, the #1 football media personality in the world.
College football.
College edition. I was getting there, dude. I was getting there.
College football.
I got it. Anyway, question of the road teams this weekend. I'm looking at it. Like you said, the Bills are favored. The Texans are favored. You got the Bills. You got the Texans. You've got the, who's the other road team in the AFC?
Rams.
The Rams.
Rams.
The Chargers, the Rams, the Packers. Of your road teams, your 5s, 6s, and 7s, who would you give if you had to place a flyer on one of those to make a run to the Super Bowl all the way on the road? Which one would you pick?
I mean, I'd pick the Rams. I think just that, that division this year has been so crazy, so competitive. But if you look at the Rams, they're getting healthy at the right time. They've rested Devontae Adams the last 3 games. They're getting back Quentin Lake on the defensive end. And then you start just looking at quarterbacks in the playoffs as well. And obviously Matthew Stafford is a guy that just hasn't been there, but a guy that's done it and won a Super Bowl. So I think with Matthew Stafford at quarterback and Sean McVay leading that team, the Rams are primed to make a big run.
So I got a follow-up question to that. The Patriots, you mentioned just a second ago, you think they're about to possibly go on a little run here. They obviously have Drake May, who's in the MVP discussion. Matthew Stafford's probably going to win it, but Drake May was right there all season long. Is there any concern with you that this light schedule, 1 win over a winning team this year is going to catch up to them this weekend or in the playoffs?
I think there's a little bit of a concern there, and it really it hurts my heart to say anything good about the Patriots. So, I spent 8 years losing to them on 3 different teams in that division. So, but I just think it's been amazing. We haven't seen a drop off in Drake May this year. He has been consistent, and even his skill guys, they consistently step up and make the big plays when they're necessary. They've got the run game. I would say if there's a thing with them, it's inexperience in getting there, but they're a team that, they went into Buffalo and beat the Bills, which is something not a lot of teams have done in the last 2 years. So I think that told me enough about this team, what they're made of.
And speaking of the Bills, and I want to rely on your specific quarterbacking insight and experience here. So often the playoffs become referendums on quarterbacks, right? And their legacy. And it's probably a bit unfair because, you look at a guy like Josh Allen. His playoff stats are unbelievable. Maybe the best playoff quarterback we've ever seen, and yet there's always a Mahomes roadblock in his way. This year, no Mahomes, no Jackson, right? A lot of the regular stars out. Allen is in. What do these playoffs mean to Josh Allen?
Yeah, this is huge for him. And it's funny in those games. I mean, even when you look at the Steelers-Baltimore game, it came down to, Lamar led them down and they missed a kick, right? Yeah. I mean, Josh Allen, the year that against the Chiefs where, they go down and score and with 13 seconds, the Chiefs get a field goal. It's a bummer, not a whole lot the guy can do. But this is going to be a challenge to get through the first round for the Bills because Jacksonville's playing really well. But there's just great opportunity in front of Josh. And I think the thing that I like about them going into the playoffs is that Philly game. Josh misses a throw on the 2-point conversion that he hits 99 out of 100 times. There's a thing about him where he doesn't like letting people down. And you could see it early in games. If he throws an interception, if something bad happens, he hates to let the guys around him down. And it seems to elevate his play. So I think with him going into the playoffs, getting the rest last week, resting the foot or the ankle, whatever's going on there, they're primed to make a little run here. And I think the storyline going into that game, you talk about Jacksonville's run defense and how good they are. I'm interested to see early on how the Buffalo Bills and James Cook are going to run the ball in Jacksonville because I think they're going to have some success there.
Yeah.
Ryan, really quick, not related to NFL playoffs. We talked about Drake May. We talked about Matt Stafford. From your perspective, you work at Prime. You guys really embrace the analytics because Sam Schwartzstein does an awesome job with the advanced analytics over at Prime. How do you as a quarterback evaluate this MVP race between touchdown interception ratio, being Stafford having a massive edge there, but Drake May having an edge in EPA per play? From a quarterback's perspective, how do you take that information into account into making your choice for MVP of the league?
I try, especially just as an analyst too, I try to stay away. I'm still not sure what EPA means, but I really do try to stay away from the hard. I try to stay away a little bit from the hardcore stats, and I just go back and watch. And I think the big thing for me and Matthew Stafford this year, Drake May, his strength of schedule, you can't fix that. But I think the hard thing when we start talking about MVP, and this happened last year with Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, is if you're a Bills fan, you start talking down on Lamar Jackson. If you're a Lamar fan, you start talking down on Josh. It's Drake has had an amazing season, and Matthew Stafford has had an absolutely amazing season as well. So we can celebrate both these guys. I just think that in the biggest games, we had the Seattle game with the Rams, and to watch Matthew Stafford, even though they lost that game, carve up the Seattle defense. Yeah. I think this is the year Matthew Stafford should win the MVP.
And Ebo kind of referenced it. Y'all do a really fantastic job on Amazon, from the quality of the cameras, even the broadcast. And how about the Prime Vision cast, dude? Little live annotated all 22 with Schwartzman in there. What is it? What does it mean to you? You're in your post-playing career. You're moving into this new job, and you seem to be a part of something that is kind of pushing the envelope in how we consume live football.
It's so cool, and they're really good about collaboration too. So Sam Schwartzstein, for example, this defensive alerts, showing guys blitzing. He came to me, he came to Andrew Whitworth, and he was like, "What do you think, guys? What does this look like?" And we kind of tweak it a little bit. The pocket health stuff that we started showing is Sam's baby as well. But there's a lot of collaboration in terms of what we want it to look like and why it's going to be beneficial for the fans. that defensive alerts thing, well, they'll light a guy up that they think is blitzing, and it's all AI based and modeled out. They don't even know exactly how it works, but I think it's really cool because it gives the fans the same perspective as the quarterback before the snap. Even if the guy doesn't blitz, if he's a threat to blitz, that's where my eyes have to go when I'm receiving the football. So it puts the fans in the same mindset as a quarterback. And so to continue to push the game and bring this new technology without completely disrupting the experience, I think has been really cool, and it's been fun for me to be a part of.
All right, then, from innovation to the same tired old crap. Fitz, who wins the Super Bowl?
Well, I'm a huge homer, so I'm going Buffalo Bills, baby.
There you go.
See you out in San Francisco rooting for the Buffalo Bills.
Hell yeah, man. And I apologize if I missed this. Have you ever thought about matching Witt's hoodie and jacket combo with a hoodie jacket combo of your own?
No, absolutely not. Until he shows me the respect of wearing a Hawaiian button-down shirt under his blazer, I'm not doing the hoodie thing for him. No.
Okay, there you go. Ryan Fitzpatrick, absolute legend. Catch him again Saturday, guys. Amazon's coverage of Bears-Packers is going to be electric. Fitz, thank you so much, man.
All right, thank you, guys.
There he is. God, great insight there from Fitz. All right, when we get back, we'll close out the show with some Ask Wub. Last chance to get your questions in. Just tweet hashtag Ask Wub. We'll answer the best ones next. Hashtag Ask Wub. You ask, we answer. What do we got here, guys?
We've got
Ask Wub from Steve. Anyone else surprised Brandon Walker could pull off a suit? Shout out Connor Griffin for going with the hillbilly hobo type suit look.
Yeah, and Connor, that's
it's like a cool like LA guy type suit.
I've gone on many a dates with this same exact outfit.
Oh, yeah, I noticed.
Stop!
I noticed the relationships don't stick.
All right, one more question. What do we got here, guys? Shout out Steve. Big Steve. Great friend of the show here on Wake Up Barstool. Hey, T-Bob, I might be the only person watching who've caught your Wheel of Time Tavares reference today.
Nobody cares about
Wonder
this
if you've ever
stuff.
dabbled in Brandon Sanderson, the Cosmere. So I did watch. I've read some Sanderson. I've read the
This your
Mistborn
burner?
trilogy.
What are we doing?
Sanderson's great. Who knows? Maybe one day he'll be involved in
Star Trek, Star Wars nerd shit. Beep, boop, beep, boop.
King Killer Chronicles series. I will say this. I watched like a 2-hour episode on YouTube explaining
violations.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop.
Fantastic universe.
I'm in his ass, KB.
I like that.
An unending fall of knowledge and creativity and lore. It really boggles the mind. I need to start to explore more. I think there's like an onion. It would continue to reveal itself the more layers that I would go down into it. I actually have Way of Kings sitting on my desk.